But again, I can share this template with you guys. In fact, I'll give it to Chase and he can put it up on his site or whatever for everybody to download. When you have this template built out, you can clone it easily just doing a search and replace. You can see that I have 5 other Word documents here that have been cloned for these other cities. So once I create it one time, I can clone it very easily for my other cities, and I'll show you that later. This piece of HTML code right here, I think it was Kirk Whitehead that taught me this. Chase, who was it that talked about using the counter?
Yeah, it was actually, I think, maybe Dale Nash, as I recall.
Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Dale. Dale Nash. Okay. What that does is, come on, let me see if I can make this bigger. That inserts this little counter down here on your website or on your ad, and it doesn't really mean much except for it helps make your HTML code that you paste in more unique. And before I started using this, I would post one ad or 2 ads, and I would always get a message back from Craigslist saying, duplicate content. But since I've been doing all these little techniques for a while now, I've never received that message from Craigslist where they won't let me post for duplicate content. Okay, so once I get this template is established and it's pretty clean. All I do is take it and do like a save as, give it a new name, just call it that. And then I come in here and let's just say I want to do some cities in Colorado. So I would do a, in Word, I would come over here to replace and just say replace Dallas with, I don't know,
Maybe Denver.
give me a good example. Denver, gotcha. And then do a replace all.
That's great.
And see, now all of my ads have Denver in the subject line. They have Denver in the tracking link.
Yeah.
And, here's day 2. Day 2 is all set up for Denver. And then I can do a replace on San Antonio and replace it with, how about Colorado Springs? Let's see.
You'll need to be careful with the space because I wonder about the spaces. Is that?
Well, I have San Antonio right here.
Yeah, you have San Antonio without a space, so you'd have to repeat
Yeah, I have to do that one twice.
Yeah.
We'll show that in just a second. I think I know why. There we go, 33. And then I have to do it again this way without the space for the tracking for this right here.
Perfect.
And then I would want to do Houston. And how about Wellington? We all know where Chase lives.
Uh-oh, now you're stealing my leads.
I'm not going to use this one. So, I just cloned out this template and now I could send this to Chase and he'd be all ready to go with 30 unique ads for Craigslist, 30 days of Craigslist ads for 3 cities in Colorado, all ready to go with tracking links. Of course, you'd have to replace, this is important to replace. If this was for you, if you download this, you'll want to definitely replace your MyPip username with yours. Chase is yours, Chase Swift.
Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. Perfect.
So Chase could take this and he'd have 30 days worth of unique ads for the Colorado area. which is great. This took me a long time to put together, but it was worth it because it makes this really copy and paste easy. And like I said, I can pass this now to my husband. He knows exactly what to do with it. And I can pass it to my oldest daughter, does this as well. And they get paid. My business pays them to work for the business, and it's a tax deduction for me, actually. And it's tax-free income for them up to $5,000 a year.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yep, that's a beautiful thing. All right, so once I have my template in place, um, I want to just go to Craigslist. I'm going to log out here for just a second. And so let's just say today I'm ready to place some ads. I actually posted in this account last night, so I'm not going to use it again. So today I'm going to show you how I would go in and paste Kansas City, Charlotte, and Seattle in this account. Now this is a big tip right here, and everybody pay close attention. With every ad that you post on Craigslist, you always want to clear your cookies for Craigslist first. And so depending on what browser you use, there's different ways to do that. And if you use something other than Firefox, you can just go to the help menu for your browser, or Google it and you'll find out how. But for Firefox, it's just under the Tools menu, under Options, under the Privacy tab, and then I always go right here to Remove Individual Cookies. And I just type in Craig's or Craigslist or whatever, and it'll pull up the current cookies for Craigslist. And I just use my Control key and highlight the three of them and say Remove Cookies. And then close that and click OK.
Yeah, and that's going to really help Craigslist not realize that you're posting multiple ads and things like that, pretty much, right, Sherri?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right.
Cool.
And so then I'm going to log in. And when I log in, it'll take me to show you the ads I've posted. And you can see that, I've been coming in here starting at about right here. May 28th is like, here's my day one ad. For some reason, this one in Seattle got tagged and deleted, but I haven't had that happen in any of my other accounts. But you can see that I'm posting Charlotte, Kansas City, and Seattle. If you look at these right here, the icon or the picture that I chose was broken, and so it gives you this little font symbol that indicates that was broken. I've cleaned up my template, and now all of the images in my template work. They don't have these little broken fonts.
That'll depend what fonts you may have on your computer. So that's probably a good idea to make it more general, so that everyone would probably have those fonts. So that's great.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Actually, what I ended up doing was I went and just perused a bunch of ads on Craigslist, and anytime I found a little image that was different from one I had, I copied it and put it in my template. So I found a bunch of really cool images. So you can see, 3 ads per day. I don't post every day, but maybe every other day, just when I have time. All right, so you can see what I've done there. So let me open up my template for Charlotte, Kansas City, and Seattle. And what I do along the way as I'm working through my template is, as I post a particular ad, I go back and I change it to red. So it's a placeholder for me. All these ones up above are in red, meaning that they're done.
Perfect.
And so today I'm going to do these 3, Charlotte, Kansas City, and Seattle. So while I'm here in my account, I just click New Posting, and I choose the city, Charlotte. And I always post in service offered, and then small biz ads. There's a lot of small business owners out there, business owners of, brick and mortar type businesses. Let me make this a little bigger. And maybe if they're out there looking to see what their competition has, they might stumble across your ad. There are people that I've read some of their training, and they'll post in the jobs offered ad, like where people post job classifieds. I haven't quite mastered that. It's a little harder to post in that area without getting your post flagged or getting um, up on the Craigslist radar where you get ghosted and all those things. So that's something I'm kind of studying. If anybody is an expert in that area, you can let me know. I'd love to know how you've been successful. So I just pretty much stick here in the services offered small biz ads area. So back to my template. I want to post Charlotte, so I'm just going to copy this whole section of HTML code and paste that right here. And then grab my subject line, paste that right here. And then my location, let me take you back to this document and scroll up to the very top.